All right, you ready?
You even have a notebook.
He's always prepared. He's always prepared.
How long we got? How long?
I'm good. I mean,
Okay. Hey, you can just start. You can just go.
No, go.
No, I mean, do you want to start the whole deal?
No, I don't.
We ain't gonna start till you want to start.
No, go. I'm just. My girl gets braces. I'm just sending her a message. Maggie's getting braces.
Maggie's getting braces today.
Yeah.
Shout out to Maggie. So the year's over with. This is the last full day of school that we're recording this. What do you think
about the last full day of school?
about the whole year? Tell us. Give us a rundown on how you think it went.
I think it went well. I mean, when I look back athletically, I mean, volleyball made what they make Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Sweet 16. Football went to the playoffs. Cross country had kids that went to state.
Indoor track did well.
Basketball did phenomenal.
Yeah, I think basketball had a pretty decent season.
Yeah,
Where'd they finish up?
They finished up number 2.
State tournament, state championship game. Yeah.
I think then we got to spring softball.
Softball. Yeah, softball did great.
Track took a bunch of kids to state. So athletically, I think we blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of that.
What else? Academically, faculty wise, this is a year in review with Principal Ford.
The year in review. I think Coach Carpenter held it together pretty well the last few weeks when he got his, had to move out of his classroom.
Yeah, that was. Talk about that real quick. We've had construction going on because he's got.
Holy cow!
Yeah, so we've got a new wing going up.
9 classrooms.
Two of them are going to be
Two of them are part of a storm shelter.
We're going to have a storm shelter on campus.
Shelter. Those two actually have bathrooms.
Is it public or is it just for the school? Is it like a community shelter or is it?
I don't know.
I've been meaning to ask that.
I don't know that. I don't know if the other schools open theirs up or not.
Well, the school's a part of the community.
Right.
Well, but you know what I mean. Like if federal funds were used, and that was.
If it's like the courthouse and you post, hey, courthouse basement's open, First Baptist Church basement's open. All these basements are open. I don't know if you do it like that, or if it's just we're here and
it's just for the kids.
Everybody in there because it doesn't hold a ton of people.
No, because it's just 2 rooms.
Yeah, 2 classrooms and 2 bathrooms. So, but at least this part of the building, the middle part, that's the old part, these classrooms will be able to be moved. And then we're losing a classroom down on the end. Right now we don't because they're turning that into a big set of bathrooms. So you get new bathrooms down there. So. We've got to have the space. We have no space.
We have none.
We have no storage space. We have nothing. So this middle part can be storage because all of our storage now is down the back hallway. I mean, I'd like to have a room. I won't be here, but I'd like to have a room. What we want to do this year just to have as a conference room.
Yeah.
So that when we have faculty meetings, we don't have to go to the library. Like we can have stuff in there. We can have everything in there that we need. Tables, chairs, everything like that.
And a place for IEP meetings.
IEP meetings.
So
we're not cramped in our offices. Yeah. IEP meetings, 504 meetings.
Yeah. What about Caleb's room? Got flooded.
Caleb's room didn't get flooded, but Caleb's room will be fixed by the time school starts.
Now, Now go ahead and give your perspective on that, Mr. David Murphree.
I don't know. It hadn't bothered me really. I kind of enjoyed it.
What about a chain?
Oh, well, I just told the super
of the job site
that I wasn't going anywhere. They weren't running me out of my room.
He said, "You don't have to chain me down."
Both of them the other day.
And one of them said, "Oh, we'll go get it. We'll get the chain."
So, do you want like a new room? Or
oh yeah, I'm getting a new room.
He didn't even. It's like, yeah, I'm getting one. But
I don't want to be landlocked. I gotta be able to see out.
Oh,
I don't think I would like that.
There'll be a courtyard there. I mean, right now it's like a swimming pool, but there'll be a courtyard there.
A swimming pool?
Well, I mean, where it's holding water right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd go in his classroom, and he'd come here. I'd go behind his desk. He'd open up his window. He said, "Look out there. It's a daggum lake. Just all the clay holding all that water." I told some of the
kids that was for our swimming and diving team next year.
That's been pretty interesting because the very first day, the asphalt machine fell in the septic tank.
Yeah, I forgot about that. The multiple septic tanks that we did not know were there.
Yeah.
And then, so apparently, too, he told me, I know he's not going to tell this, I'll tell it. He told me he's been given, he has been signing off on things with the superintendent of the job site.
Good for you.
So, he'll throw his head out the window. Hey, you need me to sign off on anything?
He's a good guy.
He's been
the Crocs. The old dude
he's
Crocs.
good. Yeah.
He's been pushing them, making sure they're taking care of business.
Supposed to be ready by March of next year. I think we'll make it.
Okay, March of next year. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so. Have
It'll
to.
get dry this summer.
Are you gonna make it to March of next year?
I don't know. I don't know if I will.
Nobody knows if we're gonna make it till March of next year. Just the Lord.
That's true. That's true. All right, go ahead. What you got?
How many CEUs do I have to renew?
Gosh, I think it's. I don't know. They changed it.
That's certified educational credits for those that aren't in education.
50
or units. Sorry.
I think 50.
Well, some people say 50, some say 60. I don't know what is it. Do you know?
Do 60 and then you're covered. I have to look it up. I don't know because they changed
Don't do
it.
the bare minimum.
During COVID, you didn't have to have anything.
Yeah, I didn't have
And
to have
now I
anything.
think they're getting ready to put it in where you can get a lifetime certificate for like $200. You just pay $200 and you've got a lifetime certificate.
Oh, that's
For me, for normal, or for
I
older.
think it's for older people.
See,
Not that he's old because I'm his age,
But look, like, here's my quick complaint, real quick, for us, novice educators, 10 years and younger, whatever, or been in it 10 years or less. A couple years ago, the state gave everybody a 2% pay raise, but then if you had been in like 20 plus years, you got like 3%. 25 plus years, you got like 4% or whatever that. You remember when that?
I think I was
that whole thing went through.
Administration, and we got nothing.
Yeah, well, you would kind of think you would want to pay the people that are going to be in it longer a little bit more instead of just taking. Anyway, just a quick suggestion for any of you state legislatures looking out there.
My mom was like, "Hey, I think I may get my certificate back and pay that $200." I was like, "What? You're 77 years old." But anyway,
I think it's a great idea.
Okay, so you're saying 60 probably.
I think 60.
Okay, now this $200 deal. Go back to that. So you don't have to do CEUs anymore? You just pay $200?
I don't know. I just heard my mom talking about it. So
I heard Joe Carpenter told me about it yesterday at trials.
Right, and I don't remember exactly what she said about it. I mean, $200 gets you a lifetime teaching certificate. Like, you don't have to renew it anymore, is what I understood.
The way Joe described it to me, it was after you meet your retirement. So, like, for you, since you're Tier 1, any Tier 1 employee, they would have to go after 25 years, and then they could just pay the $200 and not have to worry about renewing their certificate after they're 25. For me, it'd be 30.
Yeah. What about administration?
PLUs?
That too? PLUs?
Professional learning units?
I just know enough to just know it. I don't know the details.
Yeah,
why are you using a Sharpie?
Because I put everything else up in my room. This is the only thing that was left out. Because I was putting my number on everything. That's all that was there.
Okay.
Everything else is locked up.
Okay.
Well, that'd be good. I'll do that. Especially because
would you do a Danny Ford? Would you retire and then come back?
Oh, if I got if I got my retirement, then full teacher pay. Is Georgia doing that, or did they do that for a while? They allow people to retire and get their retirement and come back in.
Did.
Yeah,
I heard they did.
Georgia, Tennessee.
Yeah, I would do that.
Well, we went to West Virginia to snow ski over Christmas, and in West Virginia they have a 5-year vest, and so you go up there and work 5 years, and then draw your retirement here. Go up there, work 5 years, draw it, and then come back.
Okay.
That's what we need to do.
How was the Hare Krishna compound? Did y'all enjoy it?
We did not go there. I did see the signs on the interstate to get there, though.
Okay. Did you actually? Y'all like drove?
We drove to West Virginia. Like, we drove forever hours.
But you drove by.
We drove.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty magnificent.
We drove, I don't know, through 2 or 3 tunnels on the interstate.
Yeah.
It's way up there.
I was on my way back from Indianapolis, and she called me. She's like, "Yep, there's about 12 feet of snow outside."
Yeah, man, it snowed. And then my mother got up that morning. She was like, "Hey, I'm ready to go." And we were like, "You can't leave yet. Like, you got to wait on us. You can't leave." There was snow everywhere. And we had little windy roads to get back. It's pretty. I'd live up there.
God, I want to go so bad. Go to West Virginia.
We're going back next year, maybe at Christmas again. Same house. 20 people fit in it.
Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. Is Hayden Coker going?
Hayden Coker's going. Hayden Coker went last time.
Yeah, he sent me some pictures.
Mm-hmm. You got any other questions?
All right. I was going to ask some other CU stuff, but you pay that $200. But I'll go ahead and ask this anyway. Do you think that a superintendent? Do you think that if teachers like us, maybe, if we wrote up our own CU, do you think if it was a good one, like to go visit a historical site or something, do you think a superintendent should, if it was good, maybe approve that?
Well, I think your building principal has to tell you can do it first.
Okay. Is that the process?
Okay, she's still the principal. Ask her as a principal.
As a principal.
I think if you're learning stuff that goes towards what you're teaching in your class.
Would it? Because we had this debate with
in other words, where y'all wanting to go?
Well,
Pall Mall, Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, I want to go to Fort Morgan.
Yeah. We're going to go
Even
to
though
both.
I've been there.
That would be
I shouldn't say that.
That would be too. Can we use them as swamp days?
I want to go to Fort Morgan and Fort, whatever that one on Dauphin Island is
it
in the
Gaines?
same
Is
day.
that
Yeah,
Gaines?
I think.
Gaines,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I would love to take a field trip down there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that they actually do stuff that down they.
The Alabama It's the Alabama Historical Commission that runs those
I'm sure
forts.
they actually do stuff down there that would count as a swap day.
You think so? But like if we wrote our own up, could we get that approved?
That would be an
For CU
HR question.
So here's the thing. Well,
Because because with all this certificate renewal stuff, they came back and told us we can't put all that stuff in for external credit. So you have to do it a certain way. That's why I built those classes out for some stuff we did here.
hold on. I think I got an ace in the hole right here. Since our school system loves to go by precedent on everything, the Hoover City School System has done this for some of their social studies educators before, and have allowed them to construct their own CEU professional development days. As long as they had to come back with lesson plans for a lesson that correlated to their professional development outing. And I think the first time they did it, they had to, I think they made them go to the Board of Education meeting and present it to the board. So
That would be a Brandon Taylor question, Dr. Brandon Taylor, Secondary Curriculum Coordinator.
we can email him.
Because that's where, like when we get stuff in, it's coming over the summer, like summer PD. It comes from those curriculum coordinators. That'd be a Brandon Taylor question. Dr. Brandon Taylor.
Dr. Taylor. My 7th and 8th grade history teacher. Fun fact.
Where in Tennessee did you say you want to go?
The home place of Alvin York, the World War I hero.
Valley of the
Pall
Three
Mall,
Forks of the
Tennessee.
Wolf.
Valley of the Three Forks of the Wolf. Pall Mall.
So we're going next weekend I'm taking Barrett to New Orleans for his birthday, just for 2 nights, solid day. So he wants to go because John Mark's granddad's name is in the World War II Museum. So we're going to spend all day at the World War II
Yeah, mine
Museum.
is too, but I've never been. That's the only thing left in New Orleans.
Your name's in the World War II Museum?
My granddaddy.
Oh.
Well, you tell me what his name is. I'll try to find it. I'll take a picture.
It's Ike Murphree.
Okay. I'll see if I can find it. I'll
You
take
ever,
a picture.
have you been in the
Willie.
museum?
Ike Murphree.
Have you been in the museum?
No, I just
I
said
wanna
that
go.
that's the only thing in New Orleans left that I want to do.
There's like
Oh,
all
I
kinds
wasn't
of
paying
itineraries, like a 2-hour one, a 3-hour one, an all-day one, a half-day one. We're
I
doing
think-
that and an airboat tour in the swamp.
So I was in there the other day. He's
Uh-huh.
like, "Can we go and do the what did he call it? What did he call it? He
One of
said,
them fan boat.
yeah, the fan
boat.
boat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, go ahead. I'm enjoying this.
No, that's just the only thing left in New Orleans I want. I've done everything else down there is to do. New Year's Eve,
Bourbon
Mardi
Street.
Gras, Sugar Bowl.
You been to Waffle
everything.
House down there?
No, that's the one. That's on the list. Waffle House and
You'll have to tell her that story when we go off air.
I like Jackson Square too. Like,
Love Jackson
I
Square.
love all the little people out there with their artwork and all that kind of
And you
stuff.
got Cafe Du Monde right there, and you
Uh-huh.
can smell the beignets.
And you have the French market over there, so you can go over there and buy all your.
We were
stuff.
there for the Sugar Bowl, and it was New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And there was a wedding coming down into
There
Jackson
was one
Square.
Last time I was there was a wedding coming.
And they had a
wedding
police
party.
escort, and they were
Yep, they had
a
their
band. They were
umbrellas,
playing.
they were
Yeah,
jumping-
it was
jumping
awesome.
and stuff. Yeah, it was great.
That's cool. We just got done eating at a fancy restaurant. It was a good time
We
on
had
Jackson Square.
Galators, do you eat there?
Is that on the square?
They give you have to have a jacket. I don't remember.
No,
who it is.
I
They
remember you
give
telling me
a
that.
jacket, yeah.
This was on the corner. So like if you're
They don't
looking
give
at
you
the
a jacket,
church,
they give you a jacket.
yeah, I would need one. If you're looking at the church from like Cafe Du Monde,
Uh-huh.
this restaurant is on the left in that back corner, on the left side of the square,
Okay.
in that corner over there, on one of those side streets that comes into the square.
I I just like the food down there. That's why also
So
where Bear
good.
wants to go. He wants the food. He wants to eat.
Yeah, I've stayed on Lake Pontchartrain down there before too, a couple of times.
Really?
We went in town and got a crawfish and everything. Come back and cooked.
Who'd you stay
One of
with?
my friends from college lived down there.
Yeah, that's-
lived in Covington, Mandeville, that area, and so
Yeah, a lot
How
of-
was the Lake Pontchartrain experience?
It was good. Good. I enjoyed it. Did that a couple of times. Stayed there.
Elaborate.
I don't think I will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Next question.
why is he getting to ask the questions? I'm a little worried that it took me so long to get down here, and y'all had all this time to plan. Okay.
Oh, we've been planning this for days.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Old Dominion or Alabama?
Alabama, but I like Old Dominion.
It's hard not to like Old Dominion.
Yes, Alabama.
Yeah, I really like Old Dominion. I would say Alabama myself, but I went to that last June Jam and Old Dominion played. And I was just thinking about that this morning. I think I missed a couple of bus stops on the way this morning thinking about it. How giddy.
Oh, when you were driving the
Yeah.
bus, were there any kids on there?
No.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I was almost giddy when Old Dominion was playing the June Jam. It was pretty good.
That
like
was when
Old
you fell in love with them, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Who recommended them to you before that, though?
Nobody.
Also like KT Oslin. I like that.
Who's that? Kate?
You don't know her?
Uh-uh.
Have to look her up. I like. I don't know. There's a lot of
OSLAND? Or OSLIN? Or KT Oslin?
OSLIN.
OSLI.
So you know who it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know every country artist. You listen to Ella Langley?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. She's from
When I
Hope.
saw Blake Shelton in concert, she opened for him.
Oh, so you've seen her in concert? She's from Hope Hole, Alabama.
Hope Hole.
Montgomery, basically. All right, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all I got.
Oh, you don't have any more?
Mm-mm. I got a few more.
Go ahead.
You can go ahead.
So when I don't think there hasn't been construction going on. Back to that. While you've been the principal here,
Correct.
Go ahead.
We started with the gym.
Yeah, and then it's like the gym ended and this new wing started. What's been the biggest construction-related headache that you've had to deal with as the principal during your time here?
Well, the gym was just bad because first of all, we thought that stage was going to be solid concrete, and it was not. It was concrete on top of a whole bunch of dirt. So you had to dig all that dirt out, and they closed the hallway off. They brought the backhoe in. The kids had to go out the back. Just like if you're doing construction at your house, you have to change everything you're doing. This to me has not been as bad
As that?
because that was in the center of the building. There was dust everywhere. There was dust for a while when they were cutting concrete, but this to me really has not been quite as bad.
What's been the... I should have put my phone on silence. That's really
Yeah, I
awkward.
forgot about the
hostess.
gym construction. I totally forgot about that. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
But we got in there for the end of volleyball last year, right? It was last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's been the... like, obviously, I'm sure you've been reflecting on your time as principal here. You've been, 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
3 years.
3 years.
So, what's been your greatest memory versus the thing that you don't even want to talk to us about right now that was so terrible you never want to go through again?
Well, I'm not talking about it. So.
Exactly. There you go. So, talk to us about the good thing.
I'm having to think really hard, and I've said it several times, but Ken Logan is probably one of my very favorite people. He was disciplined. Like you knew what you had to do. I mean, he didn't play. And so when I took the job, I knew what it had felt like when I was here,
Yeah.
92, 93. I was here in kindergarten, and then my mom remarried, so she was teaching Pell City, so I went to Pell City, and then I came back. Just a bunch of things. And
Yeah, that's your senior shirt
that's
right
the
there.
Senior shirt right there.
It's been on every episode of Dawg Talk for the past 12 episodes.
So I wanted the community. I wanted the community feel. So I think I am most this football season has felt to me like like we had the community involvement like we did for the 92, in the fall of 92 when we went to the playoffs. Like, I feel like we brought the community back. It wasn't me, but I feel like that whatever we did here brought the community back. Like, when you come back in there on the square, like, I'm getting chill bumps. Come back in there, people on the square, like basketball, and you're looking around and people are talking like on like all that green up there. I just think the community, and that's what Barrett will be an 8th grader next year. That's what I want him to still have moving forward. I want him to feel about Asheville like I felt about Asheville.
How hard do you think it's going to be for you to check those feelings at the door when you walk into that superintendent's office and you have to be unbiased? Or you're not allowed to show your bias, I guess.
Well, when you have a child somewhere and your child's doing athletics somewhere, you're obviously going to support your child, and then when you graduate from here. But, I don't just want that here. Like, I want all these kids to remember their high school experience, their elementary experience. I feel that
at every school in the county.
At every school in the county. I don't want it to just be exclusive to here. Yeah. But I've taught self-contained. I've taught 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. I'm not certified to teach kindergarten. I say all the time, like, those are special people. I couldn't teach kindergarten. I haven't been in a classroom with 5th and 6th, but I did gifted, which was 3 through 8 actually. I did gifted, and then I did career coach, which was, I got to do, be with all these kids again. So I feel like I have a pretty wide range of knowledge of what, obviously, elementary curriculum has changed since I was in there 13 years ago. But I think I have a very wide range of knowledge, and that's one thing I've never forgotten is what it's like to be in the classroom, because there's some bad days in a classroom. Like when you're in there and you have a group coming in and they don't mesh well, or there's some bad days in a classroom. And that's why one thing that every assistant principal we've had here, I've said to them, if a teacher sends that kid, don't send them back that class period. Yeah. Because when you send a kid, you don't want them to come back that class. You got to have a break.
Without, I guess, being critical of what's come before, what do you think, when you get up there January 1 and you officially take office January 1, what do you think is going to be one of the first things you take on? Or have you even thought about that yet?
I've thought about it. I have a list, but not a list of I think this was terrible. Yeah. A list of things that are important to me. And I think anyone who goes into a role, when I came here, there were things that were number one, I wanted the kids to stay in class. Then I want them to come to school. Then and so there's some things that are important to me. I think we have to be, across the county, you have to be consistent with your discipline. I think you have to be, you have to do what's in the handbook. You just have to follow board policy.
As a superintendent, how do you think, because we're just regular Joes. Well, I'm more of a regular Joe than he is. He's a legendary veteran, but of the system. What's your employee number?
46.
So, legend right here, okay? So
now I'm going to look mine up. I don't know what mine is.
Mine's 1,153. But what are you going to do as superintendent? Obviously, it's your job to support your administrators, and you're going to have a lot more dealings with your administrators, your coordinators, your central office staff, and you're not going to be face-to-face as much with teachers, probably as you want to be. You probably want to, but just time constraints. What do you think you could do as superintendent to support the grunts on the ground like he and I on a daily basis?
I just think you have to not forget where you came from. I think that's the important thing, is that you have to remember everyone has a bad day. Some days people just do well to get up and come to work. Adults and kids alike. We have things in our lives that are difficult. Like when my dad passed away this year, it's difficult to get up and come to work. Just like with some of these kids, they're still babies. Even these high school kids are still babies. It's hard for them. You just have to remember where you came from. You can't forget your roots. You can't think, oh, now I'm doing this and I don't have to do anything else. It doesn't work like that. You have to be as involved. You have to be boots on the ground regardless.
So does that mean you're going to be in the schools?
I want to be in the schools. That's probably the scariest part for me is being isolated from kids, because I like kids.
All right, David, go ahead.
Well, I just have to stop and think, like you're talking about, sometimes that they may be having a bad day.
Yeah.
And in the classroom, I don't have a whole lot of bad days. Most of them, I'd say 99% of the time, are good. But you're talking about athletics and all the green. That was amazing. Like at the
That was
Civic Center.
that was crazy.
And I took my girls. It was pretty tough, like going to Jackson one of those late nights and Birmingham and everything, getting up and going to work. But I took them to as much of that as I could because they're in 5th grade. Because I wanted them to remember it, to have that memory. And Mr. Logan, yeah, you're right about him. He's
great.
A huge influence. And he gave me the only paddling I ever got in school the whole time when I was a senior.
You were a senior?
Yeah, I was a senior right here in the middle office, right here.
Yeah.
And that's where his office was. We're cutting up in the classroom, and you were right. If you went to the office, it was 3 days, 3 licks. That was it. That was your choice.
Yep. Well, when this office area was built. Did you graduate in '89?
Mm-hmm.
This office area was built when I was here,
Mm-hmm.
and so when I got the office, they left for me a huge bag, a gallon-sized Ziploc bag of keys. So
I remember you going,
was like,
you looking through that and going, what
in
is
the
this?
world?
Yeah.
But one of the keys in there said Ken Logan's filing cabinet or Mr. Logan's filing cabinet, and I took that key. And I hung it on the bulletin board. It's on there right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a little thing. And because I thought, anytime I'm having a bad day, anytime I'm thinking in my mind, I don't want to do anything that would embarrass Mr. Logan. Like, I don't want to do anything that I think he would say, you have lost your mind. And so I'm going to take that key with me up there because the same thing stands there. Like, I don't want to do anything that I think is going to be detrimental to the county, that's going to make us look bad. Like, I want, And so that's like my reminder. Like, I can look over there and be like, just step back.
Yeah, and I think for most of his time, he did that without a full-time assistant principal, too.
A lot of people did it without full-time assistant principals at that point.
Yeah, it was always a teacher or a coach that would teach a couple periods a day and then have 1 or 2 periods off, right, to be the assistant principal.
Yeah, I think Mr. Honeycutt did it a little bit.
Matt Honeycutt, and then wasn't Rush Probst?
Coach Probst had that front office when I was
Yeah.
here. That
Yeah.
little one that is now where Lisa sits.
Yeah.
That's no longer there.
Yeah, yeah. That was an
Right.
office when I was in school. Yeah. Tell us your favorite David Murphree story.
We'll see, because I remember David forever because he and Tony Cluck were friends.
Yeah.
And so my mom would take me over to Gina Nancy and I would swim over there. And you probably don't remember any of this. But,
Oh, yeah.
But I could swim over there. And so, I remember Tony and all of them they'd just like all roll in up there. Like, I remember that. But I don't know if I have a favorite story. Like, he's one of my favorite people as I'm walking down the hallway to kind of stand outside the classroom and listen to. Because I enjoy hearing him teach. Like, he knows what he's teaching about, and the kids like it.
Well, I enjoy it because he always makes jokes that none of the kids will ever get.
Such a dry sense of humor.
But it makes him laugh, and so it's like his goal. He's totally foregone any attempt to actually try to make them laugh. He tries to make them understand what he's teaching, but he doesn't care if they laugh. He makes jokes to make himself laugh now. That's what I love.
Last year when some kids came to me and they wanted to present that project, their things, because they wanted to go to the drag strip and seal.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that the drag strips were where they, done that to land planes and stuff. I didn't know any of that. And I have a background in social studies, and maybe I forgot that part, but, and they wanted to go to the drag strip and seal. Yeah. And so, it tied in. I was like, yeah, sure, you can go to the drag strip and seal. And I said to him, what if I said no? And he said, I was going anyway.
Gina Seal sent me some pictures yesterday from
Tony's
Cluck's house. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those over there.
All right, you got any stories you want to tell real quick?
About field trips, that one, and I've taken some good ones over the years. We went to Talladega racetrack one time, and then I took 2 classes to field trip to Asheville. To the town of Asheville.
So just like
and
go
to
like
Steele. We don't go far.
Where'd y'all eat lunch?
Subway.
Subway.
I thought y'all went to Jack's.
Andrew Museum, and archives, and
Well, there's a lot of history in Asheville.
There. Yeah.
Went to the cemetery down there
Yeah.
and looked at who's the archer? I can't even remember his name.
Howard Hill.
Yeah, Howard Hill down there.
Yeah, there's a lot of history. in
Enzer.
Asheville.
And went to the courthouse.
There's a lot of history in this county. That was one of the things at the beginning of the school year when we did that bus tour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we put the faculty.
And
on
he
there.
didn't. You didn't go on it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
were you there? Oh,
Sitting
you
in
sat.
the
In
back.
the, yeah,
Yeah.
you were supposed to help me, and you sat in the back
Yeah,
and didn't
but
help me
all
present.
This, like, just there's just a lot of history in the county as a whole.
I forgot we did that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. That feels like it was 10 years ago.
It does it feels like it was years ago.
This year has been the longest year of my career. It has been.
And some of that is because athletics was
So
so
chaotic.
good.
Yeah.
And it was so long. Because if you think about it, we started baseball and softball before we finished basketball.
Yeah. We were playing basketball in March.
Yes. In March. Yeah. It's been a long year
Yes.
of after school events.
Yes. Of extracurriculars.
Yes, extracurritular activities. Yes.
In a good way. I mean,
very
we're not
good
complaining
way.
about it,
No,
but
we're not complaining
by the
about
way, I just want to real quick give a shout out to you talking about all that. The city of Asheville and
Unbelievable.
the St. Clair County Commission, especially Jeff Brown, who basically got it to where the square was not, the courthouse rolling was not an issue. And I know that was a slightly controversial topic about letting
Right.
kids do that. And you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but I'll say it. I think, that it is a relatively harmless, visible show of happiness. And pride. And when you think about the alternatives, and that's never a good argument, but when you do think about the alternatives of how those kids could go celebrate those victories, and the fact that these little kids can get involved in that,
Right.
the alumni can get involved in that,
Pictures, they can get their little kids can get pictures with these people that they
look up to with these athletes. There's a lot of other things that we could put resources into that would be worse than something like that.
Well, in the city of Asheville, speaking of that in everyone at the city of Asheville has been great to us.
The mayor, Crystal, Boo,
everyone.
Skylar.
I mean, last summer, Boo
chief.
called and said, "Hey, do you care if I bush hog?" And we was like, "Bush hog away."
Yeah.
Like they at the football field, they patched some of those
Yep.
areas we needed. They come in and they've swept the track for us before games. Like they do. Like if we call them, they come.
There's nothing like good old-fashioned community alignment.
Right.
You
And
know.
that's what I feel like we have. Like I think everyone's on the same page. Everyone wants the school to be successful. K-12.
Yeah.
Everyone wants the school to be successful. Everyone wants the community to be successful.
Yeah, shout-
The billboards that they did for our basketball
city,
team
yeah.
and then for the seniors.
Yeah, I
That's
just
awesome.
saw the senior one the other day.
Yeah.
Were you going to the QT?
No,
Not
I
a
was
sponsor.
Coming home from softball,
Have
I'm
you
sure.
been to the QT?
Yeah, have you been to
No,
the
I
QT?
haven't.
Have
You
you
haven't been to
not?
the QT?
No. Mm-mm.
You don't want to. It's cheap gas. Why would you not go?
You need to get the app. You get the app.
Yeah.
Hook your
Well,
checking account. You go. You scan the pump. 25 cents off every gallon of gas.
Okay, well, I have to go check that out then.
I don't know if he's
You talking about Boo Hale? I got him on speed dial.
Boo.
Yeah, I had to call him all the time. Cut trees on Bow Coffee Road.
Oh,
Free bus.
okay. Free
He's
bus.
good,
Yeah. You got him on speed dial.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your favorite street? You've driven a lot of them around here. What's your favorite street as a bus driver?
It's got to be Bow Coffee Road.
Why?
It's just interesting. Something different every day.
Wasn't there a snake incident on one of your?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
That was everywhere you lived, though,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that was another road.
I was on Hoyt Hill. Somebody held up a snake or something.
No, it's just I let a little girl off one day and I didn't see the snake in the road.
Yeah.
And her mother was over there telling her to stop, but I was waving her across. And I didn't see the snake.
Yeah.
And so she was like, "No, stop." And finally I saw it. I told her to get back on the bus. So she
Yeah.
got back on there. Daddy come down there and knocked it down the road.
Yeah.
And I let her off. But I didn't see it. It was a chicken snake.
Oh, okay. Keep that one alive. So from your perspective, you're an alumnus too. All three of us are, but you're an alumnus, David, and you coached here. You've taught here for how long?
I'm wrapping up 32.
Year 32 here. you're 33 in education?
No, 32.
Total.
32 total, 31 here. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's right.
All right.
Was your
33
first
with
year
my
in
sick days.
Eufaula?
Yeah, Eufaula.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite memory from this year?
This year, probably the basketball at Jacksonville.
Which game? Or just the whole
the
tournament?
second game. Who's the academy? We
Madison.
played Madison.
Madison
Yeah, that was
Academy.
pretty remarkable. But I wasn't there for the Alexandria game because it started early. I think it started at 4:30.
Yeah, it did.
I don't get off the bus till after 4 o'clock, so I just
Yeah.
couldn't make it. But
Yeah.
I went to the next one. That was pretty remarkable.
Weren't
It
you?
was just insane. It was crazy.
It was
Weren't-
like I get chills again.
Yeah, I do too.
People were taking pictures of me from across. I guess some of us, and I got a text that said, "You're about to fall over the railing."
Yeah.
But I just couldn't wrap my head around. Like, I expected them this year to get to regionals, but then they won the first game, and then they won the second game, and I just really, I remember walking. I'm gonna cry. I remember walking out of Jacksonville and looking at John Markins, and I said, "We're going to Birmingham."
Yeah.
Like it took it forever to like, we're going to Birmingham. These kids,
I didn't.
coaches we're going to Birmingham.
I didn't believe it till we showed up in Birmingham.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, and then in Birmingham, when you looked up, I tried to get a picture of that. You looked up, saw the crowd at the end.
Yeah.
That game, I could just see it on your face.
I was
Just like, wow.
I was taken in the moment, and when you have those experiences, and I'm gonna say this to him, there is about him. It's so awesome to see alumni and parents getting involved in something like that. But when you have people like, and really this applies to you too, but when you have people like David who literally bleed, I guess not literally, but who have green in their blood, and then you see them, he doesn't know this, I watched him at Jacksonville. I could never find you at Birmingham, but I would find him and I'd watch him at JSU. And I did this to a couple people. You were one of them. But I would watch him and I would try to read his face and see if the Asheville kid, the Asheville graduate in him would come out in those moments. Because you know how traditionally he's very reserved in those moments. But I would try to see if that kid or that graduate would come out. And it did. Like, I've never told you this, but like there was a moment, it was after the Madison Academy game. I looked up after the game, after we'd won. It was in between us winning the game and getting the trophy and all that. And I look up, and that was the game you were sitting next to Jody Whaley, former principal. And I could just see it on his face. He's like, yeah, we did this. But it makes it even more satisfying for me as somebody to witness that. Excuse me, because he comes to regular season games, he goes to football games, he goes to softball games, and he'll like keep programs, and he got the kid. You got all the
program.
What do you call them? The kids that graduate, seniors.
Yeah,
he got
the whole basketball team.
Yeah, he got the basketball team. What did they sign for you?
The program?
The program, yeah. He got him to sign the program. And, he keeps that stuff, and he cherishes that stuff. And so when you've got people that believe in Asheville that much like he does, that's what when we were going on that run, while Caleb was practicing the girls, or while I was working out the boys, I guess we weren't practicing the girls because their season had ended by that point, but I would always work out the boys by myself during basketball season, and we talked about that in the weight room. We would have our little classroom time and weight room time, and it would just be me. Caleb was the gym guy, and I was the classroom and the weight room guy, and we would have those conversations about people like him. Like, hey, I don't think y'all understand. There are people that are going to come back and that are going to, or that have been here the whole time. You don't know what, like, this means a lot to you. You've been working your butt off your whole life for this opportunity. There are people who have worked their butt off for the same opportunity, never got it, but still been here and supported, and this is just as enjoyable on a different level for them as it is for you. And y'all need to respect that.
Well, it was one of those classes that either Gina or Tammy graduated with.
Yeah.
Like the whole class met, like not the whole class, but like they planned to meet down there, and they met at the BJCC. You know, and then
To watch
we
the
were
game.
able to do those Asheville family shirts. I mean, Raglan Screen Printing was great to us.
Yeah,
and
they
all
were.
That. They'd
That was
bring
awesome.
stuff and deliver it here.
When was it the Jackson game? You stood out there and filmed us, getting on the bus.
Well, I did that every
Final
time I could. I did that
The-
more than once.
There was one game. It was one of the Birmingham games. I think it was the Jackson game.
And with the buses, I mean, we had the charter buses thanks
For
to
Robert McKay
Robert
and the Legion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out.
We
They
couldn't have
totally
afforded that. They paid for it.
both buses, both charter buses. But it was awesome because we were leaving, and my mind, you know, it's crazy. I'm like, all right, we got to do this, and I'm like, my mind, like, I've got the look. I'm like, you know, like I've got my mind on a million different things. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not trying to be mean or a butthole, but you know, I've just, okay, it's game day. We're about to have to do whatever. And then I see him in the hall, and I'm like, and he briefly registered, and you did too. But anyway, I go out the door. We say our goodbyes, hugs, kisses, whatever. Get on the bus. We're rolling out, and I look back over, and he's on the front porch of the school, like a proud dad. This right here, filming us as we're leaving. You know, and then he sends it to me, and he didn't film it to post it on social media. He filmed it for him and his girls, and for us to send to us so we would have that moment. Again, what this whole year in terms of athletics meant to, and that's what this show is about, what this whole year meant to athletically the whole community was crazy. I mean, this is going to be a year that when I retire, I'm going to look back on it, I'm going to go, wow, I got to coach in a state championship basketball game.
Well, you know, riding off on that bus with a police escort, I mean, I've had that experience, and you've had that experience.
It's rare.
But, I mean, it's just sad that everybody doesn't get to have that experience.
Right.
When you don't, you know, I don't know, going through.
And you work that
Never
hard.
stopping at a stoplight, you know. And
Right, and
going
letting you
through.
just go through.
Yeah, it's just,
Once
Yeah.
again, the city of Asheville and the sheriff's department, like they sent us any help we've needed.
Yeah.
We've been able to get.
Yeah. Shout out to Skylar and Cam and Brasher and everybody, and Ed, Chief Hampton, City Council. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been wild. But then there's that picture of me coming off after that Jackson win, coming off the court.
Yeah, and then there's that picture of me you put in that book where I'm leaning over and I look like I'm about to have a coronary, and so I'm crying. It's not because, you know, I was making a terrible face.
Yeah. That was you were. Yeah, I squeezed you pretty hard with a hug. You were the first person I hugged after that game. And I just got to say this real quick. Shout out to Kurt Weeks, the head basketball coach at Tuscaloosa County. Kurt Weeks, who Caleb coached for when Coach Carpenter was at Tuscaloosa County. Kurt Weeks showed up to our game against Jackson. He had on a green polo. They are not green at Tuscaloosa County. They are blue and white.
Right.
He had on a green polo. He sat in our crowd. He cheered for our team. And he was the second person that I hugged after I hugged you after that Jackson game. So shout out to Tuscaloosa County basketball, Tuscaloosa County High School, and Kurt Weeks, one of the greatest men I've ever met. And I'm so happy that they got to bring home the blue map. They beat Hoover in the state championship game in 7A and brought it home. I about cried when that happened. That was freaking awesome. So shout out to the reigning 7A championship head coach, Kurt Weeks. He was a massive supporter of Asheville basketball in the Final Four and the state championship game. So, yeah. But anything else you want to?
You know, back to you said when I walk in, I leave my green at
Yeah.
the door. You know, when I worked as career coach, I asked for T-shirts from every one of those schools because I wanted to be able, if I was there on a Friday, to wear their school colors with my thing. And I think now, obviously, if you've got Asheville and Springville playing, or Moody and Odenville,
You didn't.
You can't be.
Yeah.
You know, you can't wear one or the other unless I could get somebody to show. You know, cut
Yeah.
my shirts and sew them down the middle. But
Or your kids playing for one of them.
right? But like that's one of, like I want to be able to love on those kids in
Yeah.
the other places just like here. You know.
Well, because
Does that make
they
sense?
deserve it too.
Because they deserve it too.
They deserve the love too.
They deserve the love too.
Except for, well, I can say this, except for one school, but
They all deserve the love.
oh, the kids deserve love.
Right.
But the school.
I'm trying not to think too far ahead as far as like having to pack my office up.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Like it is coming up,
Because you gotta move out.
I'm trying not to think about that.
Because Heath McLeod just got approved
Just
as
got
the
approved
principal,
yesterday. So the assistant principal job is posted, so he'll get to hire that.
and Heath McLeod's moving into your office July 1.
Right. So I'm trying not to think of. Well, actually, I thought about on the way this morning to work. I was thinking I can save these Amazon boxes, and I can pack up so that when I'm going to the beach for a week, right towards the end, he can just go ahead.
And that'll give him time to
get in there.
Are you going to be emotional on your last day? Here?
I'm going to pack everything up on the weekend so that no one's here.
I'll probably be here.
I mean, it is going to be. Look, now you're stop. Like it is going to be emotional.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I was retiring from here.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember when you got hired here, that's what you told me.
Yeah, I was retiring from here.
But
So-
things changed.
Things changed. But both of my kids will have graduated from here. Kate in 2020, Barrett in 2031. You know, so both of my kids will have graduated from here.
Yeah, I taught Cade. Taught's a strong word. That was he was my first group. He was my very first group that I had when I got hired here. But and then I've coached Barrett, and then I will I guess teach Barrett too. I want Barrett to have David Murphree.
I want Barrett to have David.
I want Barrett to have the David Murphree experience.
How many years is that?
He'll be 8th. He's going into 8th grade. So
You'll have him next.
Oh,
Not
Not
this
this
upcoming
year,
year.
but the next
The fall of 27. If you're still here, hopefully you are.
in a new classroom.
In a new classroom.
So that'll be pretty neat. Barrett will, when they come in, it'll finish up sometime
Yeah.
next year. When he comes in as a freshman, that new building will be built.
And they are going to have a road around there.
Is it gonna go?
I may or may not have.
I'll talk to the foreman.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He got me some inside information on.
Okay.
We saw the plans.
Okay.
May or may not have discovered them. I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was either. Last day of school.
Oh, announcement. Donuts.
Donuts.
We
The Antonio family.
shout out to the Antonio
Yes,
family.
Another
Yeah,
athlete
awesome.
right there. Yep.
Awesome. And as much as I aggravate Eli, love you, buddy.
He's really good.
So let's end it and go eat donuts. You're not going to eat donuts, are you? Yeah, he's his diet. Will you eat donuts on Saturday? Oh, are you going to invite her to your smorgasbord?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that this weekend.
Well, I'm going to be
I'm gonna
gone.
go by Publix and get some stuff.
I'm going to be gone.
I won't be gone. Well, I'll be gone Saturday. My mom has a cousin reunion up at the farm, so I'll be up there Saturday.
Can you not wait until I get back into the country?
Yeah, I'll wait.
He was going to do, so he was very impressed by Heather Lee's charcuterie.
Oh, I love a charcuterie board. I'll have to show you a picture we did at for a shower at Bill and Jennifer Clark's house, and we did took a table this big and built it up, and it was all charcuterie, the whole table.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
But he's calling his a smorgasbord. He's putting it on the back of his F-350.
Could do that. Flies will enjoy it too.
Everybody's going to be able to swim. He's going to have the race on. Right?
Good.
It's going to be a good time. You're going to get to see him do a cannonball. He's gonna have he said he's going to have the whole faculty over.
Can opener.
All right, let's call it. Boom. We're in it on the can opener.
Hey, thanks for everything.
Appreciate. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to
good.
Miss Leann Ford. If you love Leann Ford, put it in the comments. If you're watching this on Facebook, if you're watching this on Spotify or listening to this on Apple Music, go to Facebook and comment that how much you love Leann Ford.
If you don't love Leann Ford, just send Nick a private message.
Go Dogs. I'm going to get a donut. I shouldn't. But I
should
want
get a
one.
donut.
If they're fresh. You think they're fresh? I bet you they're fresh. Hey, by the way.